Hey folks, what is up? I have another battle for you. As you can see here, I have a really nice combo, and so does he actually. This guy has a really nice opener that I'm dying to show you guys, and I was actually surprised I was able to handle it. And I actually handled it quite well in this game, as you're about to see here. Let's start the match. And this is a really interesting battle, because I've never seen this combination before that this guy uses. This is a random free battle on the Wi-Fi. This is a Japanese shooter. I actually don't know the name of the Pokemon on the left. I don't remember the name of it at all. I'm about to see what it can actually do. So I start off with my Klefki and my Ageislash, also known as the KeyBlade combo. I go straight ahead for paralysis on the Pokemon that I am not sure of, because I'm not actually sure what it does. Altaria is normally a Dragon Dance physical sweeper. So the Dragon Dance goes ahead and uses agility, which is really good for me because it is actually going to be paralyzed in the next turn. I get a bit greedy, and my first turn I go straight for the Sword Stance on Ageislash, because I don't think anything's going to do too much damage to me. So into the next turn we go straight onto the Thunder Wave on Altaria, which is going to reduce the speed and completely nullify the agility on the last turn, and the new Pokemon does get paralyzed. It has Home Claws, which is actually quite interesting to me, because I was wondering why he wanted to have the accuracy instead of just having the Dragon Dance in there, but I guess he has the ability to cover for that. So I go for the Secret Sword with the +2 straight on this new Pokemon. It does normal damage and just about kills. Now he does use a Signal Beam, which is going to allow all his moves to get +3, I believe it is. So the Altaria is going to snowball in terms of stats. I go right for that Reflect after seeing that, because I really don't want to deal with a lot of damage. I get greedy here. I use Sword Dance in the Blade form, assuming that I predicted that he assumed that I was going to go back into Shield form and use King Shield, which was correct, so I managed to get a free Sword Dance in there. He also goes for the Hypnosis. I was scared there, because if he had used it on Ageislash, that would almost have been game over right there. So the Klefki does fall asleep. Now, this is the move in the next turn he does that is actually so cool. So I did go for the King Shield to play it really safe this turn. I did just get away with the Sword Stance. My Klefki is sleeping. And I believe he does go for the Mirror move, which is quite a weird move there. Look at this, he uses Psych Up right here, and he gets all the stats that Altaria had. Thankfully my Klefki wakes up, and I do get the Foul Play off there, so I do manage to take that out before it was very low health already, so it wasn't too much of a threat. But that's a lot. It was a lot of stats that it transferred. You're getting +3 speed there, +1 attack, +1 accuracy. It's a lot of stats. So I do go for the Shadow Claw onto the Altaria. It does get a paralysis this turn. I'm getting quite lucky with it. The leftovers is going to restore it just a little bit there. And I can't remember what he sent in next actually, because it's all in Japanese. I have to remember what I see. Oh yes, he sent in his Gastrodon. Now this is actually quite an interesting one, so I do go straight back into King Shield. I had no idea what to predict at this point. I was really scared of an Earthquake, so I wanted to scout out what he would do. So I go for the Foul Play on Altaria, I believe. Yeah, because I want to weaken it as much as possible and just nullify the leftover just a little bit. He goes for Earth Bar on my Klefki. My Klefki actually takes this quite well. I was pretty happy with that. Which also triggers the red card, which is going to let me see his last Pokemon. And his last Pokemon is, of course, that Mawile. Now, interestingly, he doesn't actually switch out from this Mawile. So I was a bit, oh yes, that does bring my Sword Stance under +3. He used Agility. Thanks to the Sim ability, it is going to go up by 3 stages. So he does have a lot of speed. I think it's actually enough speed to break to nullify the paralysis speed debuff. So I go straight for the Thunder Wave onto this Mawile. I was hoping he wouldn't switch out, but I also go for the Sacred Sword on it because I really couldn't do anything else, because I didn't really want to withdraw. I should probably just use Foul Play on Altaria that turn. And he does get that on me there, and the Home Claws is going to go again for Altaria. So Altaria is just sitting here building stats, and it's actually becoming a little bit scary because his accuracy is going up sharply, and his attack's going up sharply. He's got about +4 attack over there and +3 accuracy. So I go for the Secret Sword straight on a Mawile. I was expecting that to be a Mega, but it wasn't, so I was kind of lucky with that. So that is going to bring him into 2 more Pokemon. My KeyBlade combo is standing strong this time. Klefki with those 44 hit points right there. My leftovers is also trading on the Ageislash. My Reflect does fall this turn, and he does bring out his Gastrodon once again to the field. This turn I'm a little bit strange, so I do use the Reflect that did this turn, and the Gastrodon is a special attacker. he goes for the mirror move, which is quite strange, and he uses it on my Ageislash, so he tries to Sacred Sword it, which doesn't work. I just go straight into the Sacred Sword onto Gastron right there and take that down with a +4 attack right there. Now, this Tachini has +3 defense, +5 attack, +4 accuracy, or +3 accuracy. Like, I'm not doing anything to this anytime soon, so at this point I'm just a little bit scared. So what I immediately do here is I go straight into the shield form, and I use King's Shield. Now, at this point, I assumed I knew all its moves. I didn't, I got it wrong. It's a very strange build, Altaria. So I just go with the foul play to keep the damage going on it, because there isn't really much else I can do. The Reflect is out, and it is paralyzed. Leftover is going to continue to heal up both our Pokemon here just for a little bit. And I do play this a little bit safe, which drags it out a little bit longer than it should have. So I do just start stacking up the Sword Stance right now, because I don't want to be caught. I don't want to be caught out in Blade form, because the Altaria stats are still game ending. So it does have a lot of defense. So yes, it does. It's mirror moving the foul play on my Klefki, and it gets a critical hit right there. So my Ageislash is now on +5 attack. It did get lowered to the Intimidate of Mawile, so it is on +5 now. I believe I just go for the Shadow Claw this turn, and Klefki just goes for the foul play again there. So let's see what happens here. Yep, the foul play does go off. At this point, the foul play is negating the leftovers, which is a shame, but there's not much else I can do with it. Mirror move is going to go off with the foul play once again on Klefki. It's not going to crit this time, it's just not going to do much damage at all. It does 5 hit points of damage. I go straight back into Shield or Blade form here, and I do go for the Shadow Claw right onto this Altaria. It does a reasonable chunk of damage. It just barely survives right there. So the next turn I am going to go right back. I think I do go for the shield again here, because I don't want to take any chances for this, and I probably could have just used the Shadow Claw right away, but if he had mirror moved the Shadow Claw on me, I would have been in trouble right there. So I did go for the foul play, which I believe doesn't kill it. It just about kills it. Yeah, it just about survives that. The mirror move does fail, but that's really going to heal it just a little bit. And this next turn, it is going to be the game with the Shadow Claw and the foul play coming off from the Klefki right there. Klefki will get the finisher with the foul play, and that will end the game, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a very interesting combo at the start there with the Altaria and the new Pokemon. I still don't know the name of it, I'm going to look that one up. I'm definitely going to look into getting that, because that looked like great fun there. I wouldn't use it in the VGCs or anything, but that looks like great fun. The setup team that I had here was more for a bit of fun. I didn't expect to get a couple of wins from this, but I was more looking to use the KeyBlade combo again, since I do like it. And I do have 3 steel types, which is obviously a problem, which you're probably going to see in the next battle, which I'm going to have uploading just a little bit after this.